What if saying no could be the key to a happier, more productive life? In The Art of Saying No, Damon Zahariades reveals how setting boundaries and declining unnecessary commitments can transform your personal and professional well-being. This is the story of how I learned to prioritize my needs, reclaim my time, and embrace the power of no without guilt or regret. Through this journey, I discovered the immense freedom and fulfillment that comes with confidently saying no to what doesn't serve me and yes to what truly matters. Zahariades begins by examining the hidden costs of saying yes too often. He explains that overcommitting leads to stress, burnout, and resentment, leaving little time for personal priorities. Many people struggle to say no because they fear disappointing others or damaging relationships. This fear traps us in a cycle of people-pleasing that erodes our energy and focus. I reflected on how often I agreed to requests out of obligation rather than genuine willingness. Each yes added to my to-do list, draining my energy and leaving me feeling overwhelmed. Zahariades' insights helped me recognize that saying yes to everything meant saying no to what truly mattered. Over time, this habit had led to a sense of frustration and a loss of control over my own schedule. This chapter taught me that setting boundaries is not selfish. It's essential for maintaining balance and well-being. By understanding the costs of overcommitment, I began to see the value of protecting my time and energy. I realized that saying yes indiscriminately not only harmed me but also diminished the quality of my contributions to others. Saying no is not about rejecting others, but about affirming your priorities. Zahariades emphasizes that no is a complete sentence and a powerful tool for taking control of your life. He encourages readers to view no as an act of self-care and empowerment. By reframing no as a positive choice, we can shift from guilt to confidence. I started practicing small acts of saying no to requests that didn't align with my goals or values. Whether it was declining a meeting that wasn't essential or passing on social invitations I didn't genuinely want to attend, each no felt like a step toward reclaiming my time. Zahariades' perspective helped me understand that every no was a yes to something more meaningful: my health, my goals, or my relationships. This chapter reminded me that saying no is not a rejection of people but a commitment to living intentionally. By embracing the power of no, I felt more in control of my choices and more aligned with my values. Each no became a statement of self-respect and a way to protect my most precious resources, time and energy. One of the biggest barriers to saying no is fear. Fear of conflict, rejection, or damaging relationships. Zahariades addresses these fears and provides strategies for overcoming them. He explains that most people respect boundaries when communicated clearly and respectfully. The key is to approach these conversations with honesty and confidence. I realized that much of my reluctance to say no stemmed from overestimating how others would react. Zahariades' advice to be honest and straightforward helped me approach these conversations with confidence. For example, instead of offering lengthy explanations, I practiced saying, "I'm unable to commit to this right now," which felt both assertive and kind. This simple yet effective phrasing made it easier to decline requests without overthinking. This chapter taught me that setting boundaries strengthens relationships rather than harming them. By communicating my limits honestly, I found that people appreciated my clarity and respected my decisions. Over time, I realized that saying no not only preserved my energy but also fostered mutual respect and understanding in my interactions. Zahariades provides practical techniques for saying no effectively. These include using polite but firm language, offering alternatives when appropriate, and practicing assertiveness. He also highlights the importance of body language and tone in reinforcing your message. These strategies help ensure that no is delivered with confidence and respect. I began applying these strategies in various situations, from work requests to personal favors. For instance, when a colleague asked me to take on an additional task, I said, "I'm currently focused on other priorities, but I can help you brainstorm solutions." This approach allowed me to maintain a positive relationship while protecting my time. I also practiced using clear, concise responses to avoid ambiguity. This chapter reminded me that saying no is a skill that improves with practice. By using clear and respectful communication, I could decline requests without feeling guilty or creating unnecessary tension. Each successful no boosted my confidence and reinforced the importance of prioritizing my own needs. Zahariades emphasizes the transformative benefits of saying no, including reduced stress, improved focus, and greater alignment with personal values. He explains that setting boundaries allows you to dedicate more time and energy to what truly matters. Saying no is not just about avoiding overcommitment. It's about creating space for a fulfilling life. I noticed these benefits almost immediately as I began saying no more often. My schedule became less cluttered, and I had more time for activities that brought me joy and fulfillment. I also felt a sense of empowerment knowing that I was making choices that prioritized my well-being. The more I said no to distractions, the more I felt in control of my own time and energy. This chapter taught me that the rewards of saying no far outweigh the discomfort of initial conversations. By creating space in my life, I gained clarity, balance, and a renewed sense of purpose. Zahariades' insights helped me see that every no was an investment in my own happiness and success. Confidence is key to setting boundaries, and Zahariades offers tips for building this confidence over time. He encourages readers to start small, celebrate successes, and remind themselves of their right to prioritize their needs. Confidence grows as we see the positive outcomes of asserting our boundaries. I began keeping a journal to track instances where I successfully said no and the positive outcomes that followed. This practice reinforced my confidence and helped me see the tangible benefits of setting boundaries. I also reminded myself that saying no was not a failure but a sign of self-respect and intentional living. Each no became a reminder that I was taking control of my life. This chapter taught me that confidence grows with practice and reflection. By acknowledging my progress and staying committed to my values, I became more comfortable asserting my boundaries in all areas of life. Zahariades' strategies helped me approach each decision with clarity and self-assurance. In the final chapter, Zahariades emphasizes that the ultimate goal of saying no is to create a life that reflects your priorities and values. By protecting your time and energy, you can focus on what truly brings you happiness and fulfillment. Saying no becomes a pathway to living authentically. I began envisioning the life I wanted to create and aligning my choices with that vision. This meant saying no to obligations that didn't serve my goals and saying yes to opportunities that enriched my life. Zahariades' message inspired me to approach each decision with intention and clarity. I found that each no brought me closer to the life I truly wanted. This chapter reminded me that every no is a step toward the life I want to live. By embracing the art of saying no, I found a deeper sense of purpose and freedom to pursue what truly matters. Zahariades' insights encouraged me to see boundaries as a way to honor my values and live with intention. The art of saying no taught me that setting boundaries is not about pushing people away, but about creating space for what truly matters. By learning to say no with confidence and grace, I transformed my relationships, reduced stress, and aligned my life with my values. How can you use the power of no to reclaim your time and energy? Remember, every no is a yes to the life you deserve. By embracing this art, you can design a life filled with purpose, balance, and joy.